Yes, lads and ladies, and welcome back to the second episode of this weekly podcast on the channel. Buzzing to get this thing going. Your guys' support has been brilliant. Smash the likes on the last one, the comments. It was all flowing really well, and hopefully it's something you guys enjoy. You see weekly, we sit here talk about Spurs and just football-related stuff. Spurs got a 3-0 victory against Everton, which we're all buzzing about. And as you can see, I'm joined in front of me by these lovely people. Firstly, I've got Anna.
Hi.
George. What's up, everyone?
And last but not least, Expressions.
I'm back, fam. You know them way there. Cheese!
He's back. George is back. Anna's back. I'm back. We're on your screens. We're jumping straight into things. 3-0 victory. Expressions. Far away. Get us kick-started. Everton 3-0.
Come on, fam. What more? Bruv, you know, man's all losing words. What more can I say? We went to Goodison Park, fam. And we slapped them up, rude boy. Do you see what happened? Come on, fam. That was champagne football. And furthermore, before I even start, new wallpaper, blood, about flowers and all of that. Look at that cockerel, fam. True say, man, don't like cocks behind me. But if it's Tottenham, fam, jeez, you know them way there. Why not? But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, man rolled up to Goodison Park, weighing egg and chips, fry up Rooney. What? You're upset, yeah? What happened? Know what I mean? Thought you were in a Man United shirt, you got slapped up when you were in a Man United shirt. Went over to Everton, what happened? Same treatment, rude boy. Come on. Flipping Harley Davidson Sanchez debut. You see that? Did you see how defenders? Marvel fam. Defenders, rude boy. Trust me, Luke Cage's son, rude boy. No one ain't getting him off the ball. You see that little shoulder barge he did to that you when he was playing for Colombia? Set man flying into the stands.
Yeah.
Bodied him.
So, alright, cool. So it's nice to see you're back on the podcast. I mean, George, 3-0. Harry Kane, obviously, the September-August curse. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just can't believe it's a real thing. I'm not one for believing in curses and stuff, but it's 3 years in a row now that he hasn't scored in August. As soon as it turns September 1st, he scores for England, and he scores in the first game for us twice. Like, the best stat I saw is that in August this year, he's had 24 shots, none went in. He had 4 and 2 went in.
Look at the goal as well, though, George, to break the.
It was mad.
Fam.
I don't know if it was on purpose. It might have been the best accidental goal ever.
He said it was a cross. He admitted it in the interview.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. Okay, well then it was a banger.
That was a cross from Jesus, rude boy. That's what that was. Back in the net.
Because funnily enough, I was at work. I was watching a live stream, just while I was doing some bits on the PC. And one of the guys next to me, one of the sales guys, I gave him a link to the game. And he was like, I think my stream was behind. And he goes, yeah, Kane's just scored. And did I not know that he's just produced that? It's like, you could have been a bit more enthusiastic about it. The guy's just scored like from the same place as a corner flag. Not quite, but you know. Mate, that was mad. And Anna, quick one, before we talk about your guys' Sissoko, because I know you're eager to talk about that podcast. Anna had a little, what's the word to describe? A little flint.
I expressed my feelings about it.
Expressed your, I won't
opinion.
Say expressed it.
I'm just going to grab the popcorn and just sit back for this little section about Sissoko right here.
So, I mean, far away, why not? Sissoko, he had a good game, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to go ham about it, but he played well, and he played in the central role, which really suited him. So he had the license to go forward because of the back three and Dyer being right there. So he knew he could go forward. He had chances himself. He didn't take them, unfortunately. But regardless of that, I think he played well. And if anyone says otherwise, then I'm sorry, then they just didn't watch the right game. I'm not going to go banging on about it. It's not like he had an amazing 10 out of 10 performance. I'm not stupid, but he played really well. And if you can't notice that, then
No, he had a solid game. I think even people like, I've slated Ben Davies in the past.
And, Same.
I think we all have at some point Ben Davies.
I was #1 hater at one point.
No, but it's the truth, innit? If a player plays bad, then they play bad. If they play well, then you know what I mean? You tell them that they play well. Come on. Obviously, man ripped Sissoko last time, but let's be serious. What had he done before yesterday? You get me, fam? Realistically,
it was
a brilliant game. He had a brilliant game. But where do you play? You play what? Right wing or across the front three or whatever? How many goals has he scored in his career? Please. I'm not saying he's a terrible player. I'm glad we've got him, you know. After what I saw yesterday, I'm hoping he comes good. We bought him in installments, so hopefully this was his first installment of champagne football fan.
Hopefully.
You know, that first 5 million was due, and he said, you know what, Aurier's here. You know what I mean? My African brother.
Trust
you know
me.
I mean? He's there, lad. You get me? So like. And imagine having Aurier on the right and Sissoko actually doing something for us. Like, you would be a fool.
Proper link up.
Hold on.
And it's eager to go again.
If you didn't want Sissoko to succeed. But at the same time, yeah, you got to knock him for what he can't do. Listen, his shots wouldn't go inside even if they had a curfew, fam. How many goals has he scored, blood? Let's be serious. Let's be serious. Yeah, in my video. Let's be serious. You know what I mean?
Plug.
No, I'm being serious.
How many assists has he had?
From a position he wasn't playing well in, yeah.
Oh, that's the
It's
thing.
like,
That's exactly.
then I could go on about Josh
Okay,
Onoma.
all right.
I think
Fair
Josh
enough,
Onoma is a
you're
good
right.
player,
But he wasn't getting
he
played
never
out of
plays in
position.
his.
He wasn't getting played out of position. Expressions
Sissoko?
says he wasn't getting played out of position. Sissoko says he's a right winger, right mid, whatever. He plays there for France. He played there for Newcastle. He played there for us as soon as he came into the team. So what you say?
Yeah.
And he did well when he had Kyle Walker behind him.
Yeah, what game was that?
The Champions League games, which is exactly what I said in the last podcast. But
Yeah,
But the whole team wasn't good in the
Did he get-
Champions League
did he
games,
get an
though.
assist?
We're gonna just talk 10 minutes about Sissoko.
Yeah, it's great. Let's carry on. Let's go. Come on.
Listening because we don't
Same.
talk about him enough. It's normally just negative about him. Yes, he had a solid game. So did the team. Yes, Sanchez came in, bossed it.
Oh,
Then
bad
again,
man.
Everton were awful.
you have to-
They
you
were
have
Now,
to bear that in mind.
honestly, yeah, alright, cool. I'm not gonna ride to Sissoko in it, but like obviously you get judged on the position you play. A defender get judged on what he does as a defender. You can't say if a defender don't score a goal in his career, you can't say, oh yeah, he was dead. You get me?
Yeah.
But where Sissoko plays, he needs assists or goals.
Yeah.
Let's be serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
He had the perfect chance
And how
there
many
this game.
has he
So
got
many
for Tottenham?
chances. He had
That's
at
all I'm
Everton.
saying. You get me? Hopefully he will come good and he'll get these. But so far,
Agree.
he hasn't got anything. Lamella's been on the shelf for how many years or whatever. And even Lamella, he gets goals and he gets assists.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Some great goals as well. Damn.
When I look at Sissoko, I mean, we'll talk about him for one more minute. And the guy,
Yep.
I mean, preferably I wouldn't start him because he's not my choice of player. I'd prefer.
Yeah, I was
to
shocked,
start-
not gonna lie.
I prefer to start Son just because I think Son's more likely to. Yes, Son doesn't score the chances he should. I mean, obviously we all got our personal favourites. I'd love Son.
Yeah.
I think he makes chances. He doesn't score as many as he should. He got what? He got 20 goals last season.
I think so.
Yeah.
And he's got great.
And
He's one of my favourite
He's
players at the
underrated.
club. One of my favourite players at the club. He's so
I
good.
think he's not match fit though. He's just not match fit yet.
No, not
that's
fully.
unfortunate.
But once
But-
he's back, he's so good.
I hope so. And Lamella supposedly in October, so we've only got like another month to wait for him to come back. But that's
Yeah,
still
but we'll
that's
see what
reaching a
happens
bit.
regarding Lamella.
Yeah, that's
But
strange.
That's
Obviously,
a different thing though. He hasn't played for almost a year. You can't
Yeah.
be match sharp.
Oh, it will be no, but it will be a year by the time because it was October I think last year was when he got his injury.
Something like that, yeah.
But
Hey, listen,
Right,
I
so-
think
Go on.
all four of us, yeah, because we ain't mentioned something. Sissoko, yeah, got a chant from the crowd, and that was a proud moment, you know. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was happy still.
oh right, yeah.
Because he deserved that. You get me? If he
No, I
can play
agree,
as a centre
totally.
midfielder, then boom. Because I saw that
Yeah.
performance that he had. If he's gonna turn into a centre midfielder, bro, do a job. Because like literally, we spent money on you. I need you to come good. You get me? And I like
Yeah.
what I saw. So
100%.
man's glad the fans actually cheered him. You know what I mean? And they sung him off the pitch.
No,
That's what
yeah,
it's
you're
all
right. He
about.
deserved
That
it.
could be the start. Go on, George.
No, I'm just saying he deserved you have to applaud the performance because
Yeah.
after every single Spurs fan apart from Anna was slating him before that game. So realistically, for him to do well and like the fans at the game appreciate him like that is good because it's gonna be good for him. The confidence boost is probably one of the most important things as a footballer anyway. So coming off the pitch with all the fans like chanting your name or whatever, like you're gonna go into the next game feeling good about yourself. Especially if
That's
he
the
does
thing.
play against Dortmund and you've got Aurier who's like your best mate from Toulouse or whatever it was, playing on the
Yeah,
same
that's
side,
literally what I was gonna
playing on
say.
the same side as you. It's
I
like
don't think he's going to play against Dortmund though.
who Sissoko?
Yeah, I think we'll
What
play
is
Dembele
nice-
and Dyer.
Yeah.
I hear that still.
I think he's gonna play Aurier.
Yeah.
But we'll get on to that in a bit.
Aurier,
We'll get on to
yeah,
Dortmund in a bit.
definitely.
We'll get on to Dortmund in a bit. But yeah, that's what I think.
Before we quickly move on to Dortmund, let's talk about our other goal scorer quickly, Eriksen.
Yeah.
Ah.
The guy pulls the strings in that midfield.
He's a
and
heartbeat.
he doesn't get the respect on his name that he deserves.
Nah,
because
he
every
doesn't.
time
I hate it.
we've take him out of our squad, and I
No,
feel
but that's
like,
good because then you know what I mean. I'll be off to Real Madrid or Barca, fam. Leave
Yeah,
Everton alone,
trust.
fam. Don't respect him because I know what he does. You know what I mean? Trust me, don't respect him. He's a dead baller. You get me? Trust me, we'll keep him there because that man, he made the game. I don't care. He weren't my man of the match because obviously I'm not gonna lie, I chose Ben Davids and that. But you see, Sony, because I've seen him do it so many times for us. I take him for granted. I've really taken him for granted. You see, the season before, when Bale went to Real Madrid, like the season before, like I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, everyone takes Bale for granted, you know. Like I was so happy with what I had with Sony. Trust me, I ain't taking him for granted because boy, he is a baller. Trust me, even when he has
100%.
bad games, if you notice, even when he has bad games, he still does the running. He does the running. You always see him chasing the ball. He may not make a tackle, fam. Don't get me wrong. But he ain't Scott Parker, rude boy. But the man's chasing. You know what I'm saying?
You guys know that when Burnley, he got subbed off when it was 1-0 and then it came 1-1. So.
He's that sort of player. He hasn't got a role. Like he can drift anywhere. You remember Redknapp used to say, "Oh, Bale, go and play anywhere. Go do. You're that good.
Yeah. You are the front three.
He can be sitting centre mid. He can be just.
You do your job.
He can play up front. It's a bit like Dele. Dele's. You know when people say on Twitter, "Oh, he's a striker."
No, Dele's not.
No,
Dele's
clearly he's not. But it's
he's a
because
cam.
they've got this sort of ability. And back in the day, like we were talking about the Inter Milan game. Bale was such a big name in the team. Now we've got a team of big names that if it was just Eriksen, he'd have been gone because he'd have been noticed. He'd have been pulled out.
Yes.
No,
yes.
for real.
Like I think.
Fully.
I feel like I am making sense because it's a bit like Liverpool Coutinho. Look at Coutinho.
Oh yeah.
He's piping up for Liverpool, and there's not many amazing players around him. So. And he's Brazilian, obviously, so he's linked to Barcelona, so instantly. But,
like
I mean, anyone can play for them these days, right? If Paulinho's going there, that guy, oh my god.
How do you leave one of my clubs and go to the other one? I'm like,
Nah, he's doing bits though. You know what I mean? He is doing bits. Obviously, he couldn't do it for us. I don't know if it was AVB.
Nah.
Actually, no, because he was there when Poch was there too. And Poch said you were dead, blood, and you got sold. So that's what happened. But when I think about it, like, I've seen what he's done for that Chinese team. Don't rate the league. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen what he's done for Brazil.
Deadly.
I've seen what he's done for Brazil, and I'm not going to lie. He's a good player. He is.
Yeah.
We had a good player. Obviously, man ain't putting him in the same boat as Vlad Kirikes. He was dead, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was good, man. You know what I mean? Chadley, I rate him as well. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even want to sell Chadley, but when you got to go, you got to go. He weren't really, you know what I mean, going to make the cut still.
Yeah, the
Six in another one, fam.
We don't know if Chadley obviously wanted first team football now. He just wouldn't have got in the team. Let's face it.
That's the thing. They were good players, but just good players.
I think we need to move on.
We need the outstanding ones. And I'm going to shut up because we're going into
I'll move this into the next subject because obviously, if we want to compete, we've got to stay in the Champions League, and we need.
We need to attract those players.
We need our second team to look as good as our first team in the Champions League games. Because obviously, Kane, we expect him to play every game, but you can't. It's not always physically possible. So this is where it could be nice to see Llorente because we've obviously got the experience coming in. But it's nice we've got players that are just as good. We've got like Winks. We've got players like the ones that can do a job but won't get in our first team. I feel like where we haven't had that in recent years. And now, I'll happily see Winks start a game.
Well, at least
depends which game, though.
It's like I don't know where I'm really going with this, but it's just nice to have players that you know.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to think.
Rambling on.
It's players that you want to. Yeah.
One thing I will say.
Let's talk about the Dortmund game.
Let's talk about the Dortmund game. So, as we have it,
I was just sipping my water. Sorry.
As we have it, we have Dortmund on Wednesday at Wembley. As far as I know, we're all going. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Might not be making that one, letting the side down.
Jeez.
Max.
Max.
Sorry.
So we're all going, except someone.
Yeah. Does that mean you guys are going to be getting a selfie again without me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did me dirty last time. You're gonna have to Photoshop yourself in the next one. Apparently, I do
people dirty by accident. I done expressions dirty the other day when I don't let him speak.
You did me dirty before we started this podcast, blood. That's why we had to start again, rude boy. You remember that?
You'll have to remind me off
Yeah,
air.
no. How about that? No, let's move on. You know, they're way better, innit? Let's move on. You get me? But anyway, as I was saying, Ali's suspended, obviously, for the Dortmund game. Who do you think they're going to bring in? You reckon we're going to play 3 at the back? Do you not reckon we're going to go 3 at the back? You're going to go back to 4? What do you reckon?
No, I reckon 3 at the back, but it's going to be Son on for Dele Alli,
Yeah,
probably.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
That's a good shout.
yeah.
So that's exactly the same, but I do think Aurier is going to be in for Trippier.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, so what, you think Sissoko's, what, Dembele on the bench, yeah?
Oh no, Dembele comes in.
Oh, thinking about that, yeah.
Dembele
Who-
definitely comes in.
Because who was it? It was Dyer and
And Sissoko, innit?
Sissoko, yeah. So Sissoko out, Dembele in, Ali out,
That's what I mean.
Son
We've got
in,
players that can do the
Trippier
job.
out,
Just
Aurier
play.
in. Yeah.
But because Sissoko played so well, who knows? They might just fling Dembele in and put Sissoko in the Son position. Because I'm not
True.
going to lie,
Yeah.
Sissoko had a really good game. Sergeants of Silver back me after
Yeah,
game,
that's
fam.
true.
I'm a fan
you
of
want-
Sissoko, but
And remember, Anna says he turns it on in the Champions League, innit? So who knows, blood? He may get us the win.
Are you
get
twisting
me?
it around now?
Yeah, but Dembele always controls the game for us.
Exactly.
Like, always. When
You
he's...
can't take
When,
Dembele
if
out.
Dembele is
Are
fit,
you not
he
listening
is the
to me?
best
Wait,
player in
hold
our
on,
club
hold
all
on,
the time.
hold on. You ain't listening to me. I said, yeah, that bring Dembele in and push Sissoko forward to the Son position, as in Son wouldn't start.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I said,
no,
innit?
no. Okay.
Oh,
Behind
I
Kane.
didn't hear
Behind
that.
Kane.
So as the attacking
No,
right,
no,
right,
we're not really behind Kane because that's where they have the two. Yeah, you know what I mean. They got Ericsson, Sissoko, and then Kane, innit? Yeah, the two behind Kane, innit?
Right, yeah, got ya.
Yeah.
Because remember, like,
Okay, yeah, I see that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But that's the
like,
thing. If you want him, 30 million he cost us, and he's just played well, it would. In the back of my
Makes
mind, I don't want him
sense,
to
yeah.
play. I don't want to, but it does make sense because he's on a high. He's on a high. He nearly scored, like it was going and got blocked because that was going in. That was.
Oh, there's
creeping in
like
the
3
corner, like, a
chances.
little
There's
left
3 of
foot
them
strike.
where he could have gone, but...
I guess it does depend on Son's match fitness, for example. Because if
True.
he's still a little bit dodgy, then it's better to have him on the bench, come on,
Yeah.
create some chances later on. But
And if
he's fit-
if he is going to play Aurier as well, then it's probably a good thing to play Sissoko.
100%.
Anyway,
Imagine an
Best
Aurier
mates.
assist and a Sissoko goal. Ah! That would be
Jesus,
so
someone's having a bit of
The thing that was
fantasy over there.
good. I'm getting all
wow.
excited about it.
yeah, you're fully gonna open a Musa Sissoko fan page or something after this. I'm
I'm not going that bad.
President Anna of the
boy, you
Sissoko
know,
Society, SS.
Stop.
But that's those 3 centre backs. I'm actually so looking forward to
Oh
them.
my goodness.
So looking forward to that partnership, and with Aurier as well. And then if you say Sissoko's going to come in, he'll be like a new player because let's face it.
And then Rose
he gets-
coming back.
If Rose comes
Bro,
back fully fit and back to where he was before he got injured, boy,
Oh my goodness.
that is the best defence I've seen.
And then, mate,
in
I
the
will
past
not even
5,
care about
10
losing
years.
Walker.
Yeah,
I was
no,
I was genuinely annoyed when we did lose Walker because I didn't think we were
I
going.
was upset.
I
Yeah,
did
I
think
agree.
that Trippier's going to be all right, but
Yeah, I didn't think
Mate.
Trippier was like quite Walker.
No,
anyone,
he's
for
definitely-
me, anyone who thought Trippier would do the job Walker did is just not.
He doesn't
They're
have the
being
pace.
unrealistic. He doesn't have the
It's
pace,
just-
and he's not
Of
as
course
good
not.
defensively. He can cross the ball in. That's why it looked good. But then,
Yeah.
even if you think about it, that was also against Watford and Southampton.
Exactly.
It wasn't. It was never against the big clubs.
Look
so
what he
we-
did against Chelsea.
Right, yeah, exactly. and Burnley. In Burnley, he didn't even track the player back at the end when they got the
Oh,
equaliser.
mate.
God.
No,
Talk
Burnley,
to
he had a
me
shocking
about that.
game though. He had a shocking game at Burnley.
Yeah.
They sussed him. It's like they knew exactly what he was gonna do.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, he came from Burnley, so.
Well, he had a bit of a
Sussed
soft
him.
spot there. But then also,
They-
like, just
they
want to mention
100%
about,
knew.
just want to talk about Aurier quickly in the sense that he is obviously from PSG and has had the European experience,
Yes.
continental experience,
So
like
much.
playing against these players, and the fact that we're playing Dortmund, who I'd say is a pretty similar side to us, but this is such an important game. You need someone like Aurier he's strong, fast. He's very experienced in playing
He's got the
against other European
experience.
Has a
clubs
winning
because
mentality.
we're too used to playing people from Ukraine
he's
or
going to
somewhere
want to come
like
out and
2,000
prove a
miles
point,
away.
isn't he? He's going to want to prove a point. as
Exactly.
well.
And the way he's
Because he's
behaving on
got-
social media, he's like,
Yeah.
he wants it. He wants
Yeah,
to get that
it's
team,
so
get into the
good.
team.
Hey,
So,
did
I
you
mean,
not
there
see?
is
Did
that.
you not see? Did you not see in his welcome to? You see on the Spurs TV thing. He
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
like,
I
oh,
watched the
he was
interview.
like, oh,
It
I'm
was
looking
really
forward
good.
to starting on Saturday, innit? Yeah. Obviously, some people are gonna say, oh, he meant starting his Tottenham career, innit? But technically, his career starts when he signs that contract, fam. So I thought he maybe thought he was starting like man just coming on a pitch and just slapping up Trippier and just taking man's spot, blood. You know them ones. I thought he was gonna beat man up in the changing room. You know he's a problem child and that. So I thought he was just gonna do a mad thing, but yeah, like when I saw him on the bench, he didn't even look upset or nothing. Like man looked to me, he looked like he was enjoying himself. So he's got to get the start. That's for damn sure in the Champions League. And when
100%.
Rose comes back, yeah, one thing I can say is later. Ben Davids, he ain't slapping Ben Davids. I know Poch, innit? If you notice with
Really?
Poch, yeah, Poch, if you notice with Poch, yeah, stop being funny, Alan, innit? I'll get to
No,
you.
I'm just asking a genuine question.
when
For
it gets to-
example, when
obviously,
Vimmer
if you know
came in
with
for
Poch,
Jan
yeah, he does
Vertonghen,
not,
he played
like,
really, really
if a
well. The
player's
minute
doing well,
Vertonghen came
regardless
back,
of
everyone was
whoever
like,
you
oh no,
are, I
Vimmer
don't
should
care.
stay.
In
But
regards
no,
to the
Jan
name,
came
innit?
straight back in.
Excuse me?
Did you not hear what I just said?
What was
Nah, I
that?
didn't. It went a bit fuzzy still. What did you say?
I was just saying that he might still bring Rose back in because when Jan got injured and Vimmer played really well for that half a season, and then Jan got fit again, everyone was just saying that. I think I've frozen again.
No, I can hear you.
No,
I can
you're
hear
good.
you.
You're good.
Oh, all right.
No,
You guys are just
still.
not
No,
reacting.
we're-
I'm literally
we're-
just
we're-
like,
we're
I'm
listening.
taking
yeah,
it in,
yeah,
I'm taking
fully.
it.
Why you can't
We're
manage
soaking
like
it all
that.
in.
That's what it is still. You get
I'm
me?
just like so. Anyway,
I
so
think far away.
yeah, Jan came back fit, and I just saw this debate on whether to keep Vimmer or bring Jan back in. But he brought Jan back in immediately. So even though I do agree that Davies has played really, really well, he might just bring Rose back in once he's fully fit. I don't know.
True.
Rose will get brought back in, but what I'm saying is, yeah, there's not no before, yeah. Davis will spend half the season on the bench regardless. Like Rose and Trippier got I mean not Rose, Walker and Trippier got rotated in it. Davis just sat on that bench, fam. He weren't playing. Rose will play
I get
every
you.
game. Davis is getting games regardless of when Rose comes back.
Oh, so you think they're
they'll
gonna?
get
So he's gonna do a
rotated.
Walker
I
Trippier
reckon.
thing then?
I reckon
Has to
Rose
with the
Rose
Champions
Rose will
League.
probably get played in the Champions League ones, and like Davis
Yeah.
will get a bit more Premier League time. I think that's what.
Do you reckon now Davis
yeah,
has
I get
got the more Prem experience under his belt at Spurs now? Like if Rose came suddenly back in, Davis will be like, hang on a minute, I'm creating more chances in this team than anyone else. I'm getting forward. I'm making like what he set up one of the goals the other day because Pickford saved, Ericsson scored. Does that class as an assist? I'm not sure. I think it does.
Well, he got an assist anyway. He got an assist after for Kane. So boy, he was involved
yeah,
in
yeah.
all the goals. He was involved in all
He's
the goals.
doing no wrong. And Everton,
Other than Kane.
I know we're going back to that, but there's none of you that can sit here and say we thought that was going to be a walkover.
I
That was going to
predicted
be
1-0. I thought that was
gonna
going
be
to
a tough
I
game.
predicted 2-1 still.
Well, I said 3-1. I thought we were going to concede basically. Like I couldn't see
I
us
thought
not
it was going to
conceding.
be a much tighter game, and I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, same.
So
Just a quick one as well. Can Hugo Lloris not work on his kicking?
Oh my god! Every
Does he
single
not
time.
know how to kick a ball? Can he just boot it like out for a throw or something?
Yeah,
Can he not
that's
mess
all he
around
knows.
with
I
it?
don't understand that.
I don't understand. How can you not train like? Oh, anyways, yeah, I do agree with that.
But that does frustrate me. But no, Davis, will Rose come straight back in? That could be something that people that are watching this, comment down
Yeah.
below, let us know. Do you think Rose is going to walk straight back in? Because that's something we need to know. Well, I'd like to know what you guys think. Yes, obviously Dortmund on Wednesday again, and then Swansea the following Saturday, which I will be going to that one. I'm definitely going to that one.
What
So I'm
are
at
your
that one.
predictions for Dortmund, guys?
Yeah. Ooh.
My prediction.
Yeah,
Alright,
well, all of our predictions.
I'll fire away. I'll fire away. So
Go on.
start bearing in mind if we play a similar team, obviously without Ali,
Yep.
which I think losing him is going to be it is a big deal. Yes, people say he might not do things, but it's like Ericsson. If you take a player like that out, it's just knowing he's on the pitch. Like Ericsson can not have to look where Dele is, but he's making that run and he can launch
Yeah.
one in the box. It's like if you swap that with Son, is Son going to be doing the same job? Is Sissoko going to be doing the same job?
No, they're
Maybe,
different
maybe
players.
not. So they are. So bearing in mind, if we do that, it depends if he keeps a similar team and swaps out Dele for I don't know whoever Poch goes with. I'd like to see.
Can you actually get to
Obviously,
your
I'm-
point?
I know I'm getting there. All right, okay, I'm
stealing.
gonna go.
I know.
I'm proper still in. Proper still there. Okay. 2-1 Spurs.
Okay.
I
Like
can
that.
see. I can see Dortmund scoring.
Yeah, but
Alright,
are you lot ever gonna say in your previews if you think we're gonna lose? Are you having to say, oh yeah, 2-1 Dortmund, like? Because like, boy, I'm not. That's the thing. Like, if you ask
Nah.
me what my prediction
Nah.
is, I can't say we're gonna lose. I may think we're gonna
Nah.
lose, but I ain't gonna say that. You get me?
No,
I say
look,
draw
sometimes
minimum,
I think
fam.
Yeah,
sometimes I
that's
think
not-
we'll draw. Like away
I don't even
games, I
like
would
saying
say
the
we'll
draw. That's how
draw.
biased I am.
Hey, my prediction
Yeah, I
is
know,
irrelevant.
like-
How about I just say nil, blood? That's it. My prediction is irrelevant, fam. You lot move on. George, go on to George or Anna. You lot take the floor, innit?
All right.
Go
Well,
on.
I think it's. I'm just hopeful because of the fact that they've got quite a few players missing. I know they're missing a lot of defenders, a lot of injuries in
Yeah.
their previous game, and they were held to a draw. I think it was. Someone said
0-0.
0-0, especially. So, and the fact that we're okay, it's Wembley, but it's still a home fixture. Like we're going to be behind them. Great game this weekend, so I think we're going to win. And I'll be
hoping it's
disappointed if
buzzing.
we don't, because we kind of have to start the Champions League with a win.
Have to. Yeah.
Just to make up for last year at least, rather than not even just to do well, just to make up for what happened last year. So I think 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1 again.
About stalling, George.
I'm trying to.
It's ambitious.
3-1, because I feel like Aubameyang's gonna
Cool.
Aubameyang's gonna roast someone, but we're gonna win. So
Anna.
I'm going to stick with a comfortable 1-0.
Is that a Sissoko goal by any chance?
yeah, with the
cool.
assist.
I was going to say Kane, but
Sissoko
fine.
goal, Sissoko assist, boy. Both
She likes the
1
French
in 1, innit,
connection.
Anna?
All right, fine.
Yeah,
I'm not that... All right, whatever. Move on.
Anna's going to get a Sissoko poster off on her
I
wall.
probably got one, fam.
I don't know. Right now I have a Lamella one because that's what's in the calendar, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing, is Dortmund, they're a massive Champions League side. Yeah, they got players out, but it doesn't mean they're going to be walkover.
Oh no, of
They're
course
not
not.
gonna be
hell no.
walkover,
I think
no
it'll
way.
be
So
much
that's the
closer
reason
than the
why I
Everton
think we're
game.
going to concede, just because
Yeah.
they've got players that
I'm
do
not going
bits.
to say 1-1.
It's just Spurs in the Champions League. George, like you said, I hope we get off to a good start. So
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see. And then obviously Swansea after that. Obviously we've got to get through the Champions League game, but then that'll carry us over. Where I'd like to see Llorente make his debut
Yeah.
against Swansea.
Yes,
That would be
especially
so
against
good.
Swansea.
So I mean, I don't know about you expressions. Have you got a name for Llorente yet, or anything you're working on behind the scenes?
Boy, that will be said in my video, blood. Subscribe to my channel, blood. Expressions 2K, blood.
Cheeky plugs.
Yeah, fam.
Because I was watching Swansea today, and they look awful.
Yeah,
They look
they lost 1-0,
absolutely
didn't they?
awful.
Yeah, but they did last year anyway, and he still got 15 goals.
Mhm.
So
And they lost their big player. They lost their best player, Sigurdsson, as well. So
yeah, fully.
I'd like to think if we play like we did against Everton, we're looking at about 5 goals, and that's not even like. There's no reason why we can't.
Oh yeah, if we play
Why
the same, yeah. The squad
Why
depth
can't
is the
we go and
difference
smash
now.
someone?
The players that we've got, like the fact that we've got better options for coming off the bench than just Janssen 89th minute, makes a huge difference for these small games after Champions League now. Because we had that's why we had those an actual thing. We
George,
wouldn't
sorry to cut
win.
you off, blood. You know I
Yeah, go
don't
on.
mean it. Ain't personal in that. But I'm adding
Yeah?
a topic, fam. Did you
Oh,
man
go
see
on.
Janssen's face, bruv, when he got sent over with that tight shirt, blood? Fam, did you see how tight that shirt was, fam? Oh my days.
I'm gonna have to put that on the screen, aren't I?
Bruv,
you
that was
are.
Yeah, you have to.
hilarious.
You have to.
He looked like
What?
he's been held at gunpoint, fam. Real talk. And then, and you know, it's the first picture he put up on his Instagram. It was peak, yeah. Obviously, I might get a bit of hate for this, but I just see a picture of him and with Robin van Persie standing behind him. I unfollowed him quick, blood. You know, then he changed his whole bio, yeah, to Fenerbahce, footballer of Fenerbahce, like it was a permanent deal. Not even on loan at Fenerbahce, Spurs player. He changed the whole thing, you know. So I reckon him and Maurice just had a bust up or something. Because
Thing is, I don't blame him though.
neither do I.
blame
Neither do
him.
I.
No.
I don't blame him.
But I
still,
think he should have taken
yeah,
the Brighton
man still
move.
have
I don't know why he
to
didn't do that. Why would he move from the
Yeah,
Premier
that's
League
the
to the
thing.
Turkish league? Some, like these dead leagues.
But
Why?
that's the thing, George. You were saying how we were bringing him on 89th minute. It's like you're just bringing on a this sounds really bad. You're just bringing on a player that's half of Kane's ability. Like, he's big, he's bulky,
Yeah.
he's not quick. Kane's not exactly rapid. Like, they've got the same
FIFA
similarities,
ratings.
but
Oh, I
Jansen's
don't even.
bad. Llorente offers that we can start whipping balls in the box because he scores headers for fun.
Yeah.
So and he's got the experience. He's not. It's like we were waiting on Jansen.
But you don't need to be big. You don't need to be big to be scoring goals by get whipped in the box. Look at Soldado before he came to us, man.
Yeah.
I saw
Like
his
Defoe, he hit the
packages.
post the other day against
Oh.
Arsenal as well. Defoe hit the post on my head off.
Speaking of Soldado, isn't it funny that Fenerbahce's front line is now Janssen and Soldado?
Oh, is it?
I don't know if you didn't know that.
Jeez,
but
I'm serious.
if you
They
don't
ain't
know,
Hey,
scoring
George, is
no
that fact,
goals.
yeah?
that is their front line.
That's
Oh
so
my
crazy.
days,
Both
fam.
of them. Now that is going to be some awkward
I
training
hope
when he
they
first
notch. I
came.
hope
It's
they
like,
notch, fam. I hope both of them notch, bruv. Two up
so you're
front.
from
you
Tottenham too,
realise-
huh?
You've realised they are not scoring no goals.
No.
That's
Like,
it.
it's the Turkish
Fenerbahce
league,
are
it's
relegated.
different, but still, that is.
Done.
It's a different
So what?
league.
And they got Van Persie as well.
I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never
because he
seen-
was in the picture that man saw.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah. Then we got.
That's lethal. That's some lethal slow players though. They got no pace
Yeah,
in
there's
that
no
team.
pace in
They
that
got no pace.
whatsoever.
So there's that. There's Jansen. See you later. Out of the other players that could have gone, I'm not even bothered about that one bit. There's no one else that I would have happily said bye to, and that sounds bad. Like, Janssen, see you later, mate. Like, cheers. I'm never getting your shirt. I'm never getting your...
Oh my days,
brutal.
It might sound harsh, but I think it's true. Like, realistically, he's not done much.
Yeah. But
He was a goal again.
He's just one of those players you wanted to be so good. Just because of like he was so good in the Eredivisie or wherever he was from, and then 27 goals I think he scored in the league, and then he comes over and scored 6, and 2 of them were from open play. Like, it's just kind of sad. But if he can't perform, he can't perform in it. So
it just shows the difference in quality of the leagues, because he thinks he's going to come over and get all this time on the ball. Yeah, I've got a left foot. I'm going to ping him in. Nah, mate. You're poor.
You're going to get clamped by Gary Cahill, and
you can score against Millwall,
the
mate.
back end of the ball.
That's the harsh truth. It is the harsh truth.
Yeah, but real talk. He's notching for Netherlands though. He don't play for us. Yet he's still their number one striker, and he's always scoring. He's always scoring.
To be honest, the Dutch team isn't that good right now.
So wouldn't that mean no one scores then, Anna?
I'm just saying that in general, everyone seems to be on the same page when I say that. I don't just mean you guys. I mean, like in general football, saying that the Dutch team isn't that good right now.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is the man is still notching. He's notching for. So he like literally, if your team's dead, yeah, and you're scoring goals like the foul done when he was at Sunderland and all of that,
then?
that shows you're a good player, innit?
Okay, then
say that again?
Another example. Özil, he plays well
for Germany. Wait, what did you say? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, boy, I don't want to even talk on Arsenal, innit? But Ozil's still one of Arsenal's best players, like, regardless. Like, I don't want to talk on that.
Enough of Arsenal.
What we're talking about
it's starting to smell a bit now.
What we're talking about then, how has Özil got a higher FIFA rating than Eriksen on FIFA 18?
No way!
It's not surprising. But that's what I'm saying.
FIFA ratings are a joke this year. I'm not even being funny.
I saw your one, the one you put out with the Tottenham ones. That was really good, and the Kane pace was ridiculously slow. Like, but
I know, like, are they telling me he's a?
But I'm not being funny. It's not even just the pace. Like, how is he still not the top-rated striker in the league?
I don't know.
But did you not hear, that Messi apparently, Messi blocked Ozil from going back to Barcelona, innit? You see how when they missed out on Coutinho, they're going to do a last-minute swoop for Ozil, innit? So true say, I was reading something about that, and that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Listen, like Ozil, he's dead, fam. But that's how you know Christian Eriksen just underrated. I would rather them not just don't rate Christian Eriksen, because look, you go for Ozil, go take him, go take Ozil. You get me? Ozil, please, Ozil, have 90 ratings in FIFA. Have 90 ratings in FIFA, because I don't care if any man plays Arsenal, plays me on FIFA, you're getting smacked up, fam. I take it personally, rude boy. Just know, fam.
That's so true.
You get me? Yeah.
So true, yeah.
Trust me.
I try extra hard when I see
what's
someone
the next
with an
topic?
Arsenal team.
Oh, same.
What's that?
What's the next topic?
What's
Well,
to
we've talked about
discuss?
Swansea and Dortmund, so...
One of the topics that did pop up, I know it's a bit off the rails, it was the wage structure I keep seeing about Toby's contract.
Okay, yeah,
it's up to you if you want to lead into that, but they keep saying, oh yeah, I saw something quickly that Levy said, apparently, he's going to deal with each player individually once the transfer window shuts.
Yeah, we
now
saw
transfer
that.
window shuts. I don't know whether you want to. There's not really much to talk about that. We all know that he needs to be bumped up.
Oh, it has to be. You can't be the best centre back in the league, and he's still on like 40, 50k or whatever it was. It's just done.
But you know what I heard, I heard that you see with contracts, like some of them are like due to like like performances. So for example, say Sissoko, I think Sissoko's on like 90k in it, yeah. But he only gets the 90 if he plays, apparently, like certain times. Like he's got like a base rate, and then there's like it's in bonuses, something about bonuses, isn't it? Because I was reading into contracts.
We have loads of bonuses,
Yeah, like with ours, with Tottenham, not other teams. I've been looking into ours, and apparently we just got our contracts are like mad bonuses, innit?
Yeah,
so if you don't play, like say you don't play, so say you're on what 40k, yeah, but you don't play, maybe you get like what 30 or something silly. Like I don't know per stat, but it's something like that, innit? But Sissoko being on 90 grand a week, blood. Come on, fam. Come good, rude boy. You know them way there, blood. Because trust me, Toby, I swear, how is Toby on 50k, blood? I can't believe it.
It's insane.
I can't, I actually can't believe it. That's
I question the wage structure so much at Spurs, but
that is disgraceful.
I can't see it changing until Levy leaves. So
Levy leaves.
Levy ain't leaving nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. But no, you're right. What you've got Stones on probably like 200 grand a week at City. someone like that, and then you've got the best. Well, it's going to be hopefully the best defence. Well, the whole defence. We had the best defence in the league last season. They must be thinking to themselves, why are we not getting paid the most then? Why is there someone like...
Rose said it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's popped up, and maybe he's offered Aurea, or maybe Aurea's on a banging contract. I don't know.
We don't know.
Does anyone know what?
Sure, I haven't heard anything about
Well,
it.
boy, Aurea said that he never came to Tottenham for the money, so I know he can't be on anything.
Exactly. Yeah, it couldn't have been much.
Levy squeezed him, fam. Trust me.
He's already minted. He's got an offshore bank account. He's ready to pay tax over here, isn't he?
You know he's got an account in like Monaco or something, because I swear they don't pay any tax at all there.
But that is for a different story.
Yep.
Off the top of my head, I haven't got any other topics written down, but if there's anything you guys want to elaborate
It's just the other thing I saw on Twitter with the young players. One of the responses to what you tweeted out was, who do we think will Anoma or Edwards come through this season or
I hope
next
Edwards
season?
does.
Or when will Wiggs
I've seen
get...
a lot. I did. You're a fan of him, aren't you, George?
Yeah, I am.
Edwards
I've
is a
seen
good player.
especially recently as well.
I've seen you talk about him a bit.
There's so many like things that he's done for like the England, was it under 21s? I think it was under 20s.
Free kick.
Scored a banging free kick, and he's been banging it for our youth team as well. So I think maybe 2 years time.
What I
we'll get a
heard
call up.
was he was meant to go out on a loan, but he turned it down because he wants to fight for his place.
Oh, he should. From what I can see anyway, he deserves it. In a way, we have a lot of players in that position, but I can easily see next year or the year after him starting to be on the bench for us. Say.
But
Yeah, 100%. We just need some more. I mean, that's another one to quickly talk about. I don't know. Do you want to quickly say something, Expression?
Yeah,
because
I was going to say, you're talking about young players, yeah? You see man like Foyth, yeah? He's a centre-back, yeah? What, is he left-footed or right-footed?
I think he's left.
I think it's left as well.
Is that bad? I'd have to check FIFA to know what.
Bruh. Listen, fam.
FIFA knowledge.
Listen, it's peak. It's peak. It's not even on Wikipedia, fam. Trust me. It's not on Wikipedia. Trust me.
To be fair, he wasn't
I have
unheard
to DM
of.
Danny Rose and ask him, blood. He must have done his research or something like that.
He
The man
must
can't
have
find out.
Googled him.
Hey, blood, Foyth was 61 on FIFA, you know, blood. 61. Dead, fam.
that good or bad?
I put in all of our new players and that, yeah. And when I actually looked and I said, who's playing? Fam, the only one that made it into the team was Aurier, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Foyth
What,
didn't even make the
Sanchez
bench.
didn't make it
61.
in?
He didn't even have a game face.
Wait, what?
He didn't even make a game face. I all thought it was the wrong player. I was thinking, what is it, Estudo or do the cracks, blood? Whoever he played for, fam. Man went to the team, went to defence and saw J. Foyth, blood. And I saw 61. I was like, no, come on. There's got to say something that says one Foyth. One of a kind Foyth. One of them thing there.
One of a kind,
fam,
yeah.
61, bruv. Lower than Alex Hunter, fam. Career mode.
Yeah, but
peak.
but what's it? Dele Alli, when he first joined us, was 64 rated on FIFA. In FIFA 15.
I'm hoping he's going to be solid. I mean, I've seen a lot of things, and it's like people are bigging him up. I don't know nothing about him. But
I know nothing.
I saw
literally
Ozzy
absolutely
tweeted about
nothing.
him as well. So
Argentinians backing each other up.
well, yeah,
But then
but
if
still, come on.
So
True.
is he? Obviously, you can't play forward and back in the centre. You've got Sanchez, Alderweireld, and Jan.
Oh, come on, but
right
Foyth
now.
is young. He's not going to play consistently. He'll
Yeah,
play
he's 18
the
years
odd
old.
games or
Yeah,
something.
so who's he going to come in and replace? Like, ideally, is that
A
is
few
that the
years'
idea
time,
behind the
Jan,
move?
I guess, or Toby.
Well, yeah, because by the
Yeah.
time, so in like 3 or 4 years' time, when he gets to the age where he could start progressing into the first team, realistically, Jan or Toby might not be at our club because they're both approaching. No, they are. Jan's 30 now, I think.
Foyth is going to play, fam.
So-
100%. Because,
So I
come on,
think
women's gone.
a few
Women's
years'
gone.
time.
Yeah,
Women's
I'm glad
gone. If
he's
we play
gone,
three at
actually.
the
That's
back, we need to
another
play.
one.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
we
for
forgot to
Son.
talk about that.
Oh yeah,
Unfortunately for Son, he's gone, but
Yeah.
it is the right move. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Like,
but he's
just-
got Aurier now. Have you seen him preparing at the handshakes and training?
Yeah.
He's getting ready to do the celebrations with Aurier after
So
he saw
I was gonna say-
PSG celebrations.
when we were talking about Edwards and Onoma, is when you look at our bench in games, there's not that like spark to bring on. There's a game changer. I wanted it to be Nkudu. I thought when we signed him, he's going to be busting
yes.
got up and down that wing. That's another player like we've got.
Another
We've
one.
Got him, Lamella. They're like unknown players at the
There's
moment.
so many,
because-
yeah. I just forgot about
And then Onoma is balling for Villa at the moment, from what
Yeah.
I've seen anyway.
in his central mid
Edwards can
position.
keep doing what he's doing for England or whatnot. So there is youngsters coming through. That's going back to what obviously you mentioned, Anna. There is youngsters coming through. It's just the way we're playing at the moment. They're not gonna suddenly force their way.
Yeah, no, I didn't suggest that they're going to come in now, but do you see that they will come through either towards the end of this season, maybe, or in the cup games, or next season, for example? The way Winks came through, because he basically just turned his summer around, and then he just was like that. It was so impressive.
I think if he played fourth in like the early FA Cup games or something like that, that would be pretty good. Just because I want to see him play. Like he's 18. But...
I'm so excited to go to that game just to see like all the youngsters and whoever we have.
I'm thinking they can't. You can't pay 8 million, or something like that for an 18-year-old. Like he's gonna play because we got rid of Wimmer, and the way I see it is Sanchez, Vertonghen, and Toby. They're our centre backs in the three, innit? So I'm thinking, like, obviously Dyer, he's our midfielder now, 100%. I'm not saying obviously he can slot back when necessary. So we've got 3 centre backs. I'm telling you, Foyth will play, whether it's cup games, like in the 3. Like he won't play. I don't reckon he'll play in the 2, innit? He'll play in the 3, so he's got a bit of cover. And
I
get me, like Wimmer. But you remember, Wimmer had a chance to play in the 3, and he was just shocking. So like, you know what I mean? He had to be sold.
Really bad.
And Levy is a G, fam. How are you squeezing that much money for Kevin Wimmer, fam?
I didn't understand that.
What has he done to warrant that transfer fee?
Tell you what, as much as I or everyone
they must have paid for Son's friendship, like they're getting him on loan for 3 games, blood.
I don't remember, like...
Son gets to go watch him play, doesn't he?
Do you know
That's
what I mean? They get him
Exactly.
Son autographs, blood, when he comes round or something like that. I don't know. What did they pay for?
I don't know. I remember seeing at the beginning of the window there were talks of leaving him, and he was like 20 million asking price, and I was just like, what? Kevin Wimmer?
Oh, no. Even in this market, that is a ridiculous amount. Like,
but
how? Like you said, how is that guy forking out? Who wants to pay 20 million for him in the first place?
No,
what do they?
But the market's just ridiculous now. Like I remember, don't you remember when Chelsea wanted to buy Ben Davies? It was 20 million. They were saying, I think last season. Like, they were going to pay for, like, their second choice. I don't even know first choice, whatever. They're going to pay 20 million for Ben Davies. Now, Davies going for 30 minimum, fam.
Yeah, minimum. At least, I guess.
100%, yeah.
Bruv, man's a flipping quarter-finalist with Wales, blood. He would have been in the semi-finals if he weren't suspended, fam. You get me?
True that.
He's a baller. I swear down, Ben Davies, blood. My guy,
we're all growing to like the Ben Davies trade, isn't it?
Hey, listen. I'm not even gonna lie, innit? Because you lot could just go and watch my videos. I think, what, bend me over and fuck me, Dave. If you go and watch the Liverpool game, if you watch my rant against Liverpool, look at Anna with them little side digs, boy. Like I can't even see you. But anyway, it's one of them ones. Be quiet. So anyway, as I was saying is, like, if you go back and watch my Liverpool run, against Thingy, I ripped Davis, innit? But it's a thing where that game was absolutely shocking, innit? He's proven, like, game after game, he's a top baller. I've seen him play for Wales. I've seen him play in the centre-back with the 3, and he's done well, but we don't play him there. I'm just thinking, yo, you're not a left wing-back. You can't get back. You get burnt and that. But he's just adjusting. You know what I mean? He's in positions where I expect Rose. I'm like, Rose can be there because he can get back. I see Davis there, and then he's back as well. Yeah, he still gets skinned. But nah, man, good guy, man. Trust me.
The thing is, what could work well now, though, so obviously you'll have Aurier bombing up and down the right. But what they could do on the left is they might say, keep doing what you're doing, Davis. We'll put Sanchez your side, and then he'll be there, because we know he's rapid. Sanchez is... We've seen him. That could work. And then you've obviously got Toby and...
Jan.
I can't even think. I keep going to say Toby and Alderweireld, but Toby and Jan. But no, they might do that.
So now you're saying first name stuff and you're not getting slated, but when I say it, then I get all the hate for it.
Yeah, but that's you.
Right.
I'm joking. I'm just waiting for you to talk about Sissoko again. Makes me laugh.
Fine, I'll never bring him up again.
No, it's just
that everyone's going against him. Someone has to be pro.
Let me rewind in that rod. Nah, he had a banging game. Right, there's an interesting one now.
Go on.
We've been going for a while. We've actually been recording for a similar amount of time which we did the last one. So if we can carry this on for a little bit, I'm going to ask you guys, if you could, on Wednesday, what team would you play? Let's just name your 11. But like, would you carry on with the 5 at the back? Or would you go back to... that's
Max,
what I'm saying.
The thing, alright, because there's a thing, there's like, with this, there's like a team that you reckon he'll play, because obviously you've seen what we've played, you know what I mean, like the last few games and that, but like the team that you particularly want, you know what I mean, like certain people might just love off Harry Winks and be like, I want to see him play, like, you know, them way there. So it is a question. So to be honest, I'll go with me. I'd say the team that I would actually want to play against Dortmund, like if man put on FIFA right now, blood, Yeah, actually, barring the injuries, I'll be realistic, innit? All right, so 3 at the back. Man will have Aurier on the right, obviously Ben Davids on the left, Toby Wankanobi, Yannick Skywalker in the middle, Harley Davidson, Sanchez, Daya. That's the 3. Obviously, is Wanyama still injured?
Yeah.
He was, yeah.
He's out for a
Yes.
few weeks.
All right,
He's out
well-
for a
Okay.
few weeks.
All right, cool.
We're
Okay.
not saying it.
All right, well, Musa Dembele, Eric Diarrhea, obviously Class A up top. at least
Nickname
suspended.
City.
So, yeah, Sony Ericsson and...
It's that last one.
He's just thinking of the slang term, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking... You know what, fam? Man wants to see... I want to see Llorente start, blood. I want to put Llorente right at the top, and I want to bring Kane back, like... I'll do that still.
As in what? Kane just behind? Or
Yeah,
what,
Kane
on
just
the
behind
bench?
and Llorente
Just
up
behind,
top,
yeah.
fam. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'll do. That's what I'm going for.
So it's like
I mean,
a
obviously it won't
three-
happen, yeah, but that's what I would want, innit? I
Yeah.
actually want to see Llorente start, you know. Like, he's a big player, 30 whatnot, blood. You get me? I've seen a picture with
I'd
him
like
playing.
to see him.
I've seen a picture with him playing against Pochettino, you know. That's how you know how old he is, fam. So it's one of them ones where he's
That
got
was
the
his debut.
experience. Do you know what I mean? He's got the experience. So, like, I want to see him. He can notch.
Mate, that guy's always banging goals. I think George said it earlier. What, 15 goals last season?
Yeah.
Bruv, I remember
Mate,
early
that's
Football
mad, you
Manager
know?
when he played for Atletico Bilbao, fam. Man
Yeah.
signed him. Notching, fam.
Same.
It used to
Watching.
annoy me because I was like,
Same.
who is this guy?
Mm.
And he was rapid. When I was watching those little dots run around the pitch, that guy was quick. He could move.
Chasing dots.
If you don't, if you
Hey,
play
man,
Football
I'm dead,
Manager,
fam. Football Manager.
if you play Football
legendary.
Manager and don't watch the dots, then you don't know about Football Manager.
Hey, if man had Football Manager, what could we all do? One league on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, you can do it over
Actually,
the
we're still
internet,
live.
can't
I
Hey, we're
think
still
so
live.
now,
We'll
yeah,
talk
you
about
can
that.
now, yeah.
We're still live. We'll talk about that.
you? Right, back to So that's. I'd say that's probably the team that we'll probably all go with, isn't it? We've replaced one player. The back five.
Yeah,
we're all
one
gonna say
player.
the
I'd
same.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One player, and that's what the one to replace Ali because he
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Well, we'd
So-
all bring
And that's
Dembele in, so that's one.
Yeah.
Because Dembele.
Yeah.
Dembele.
Yeah,
is
We're
the
all
guy
bringing
who's just-
Dembele
yeah,
in. We've got the
Dembele
back five with
automatic.
Aurier.
So who's the one player that you lot would all bring in?
I'd bring Son personally. If
Son,
he's fit.
yeah?
If he's fit.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take Son.
If we're going more attacking, 100% Son.
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
But there's no reason why. Like, I'm not going to be disappointed if Dembele starts. Like, it doesn't really matter what happens. Dortmund, obviously. I guess if we're going to wrap things up now, because I don't want to just ramble on. I don't know if you guys
No, I
got any
think-
other topics.
I think we've
Yeah,
touched everything we
we're
wanted to
getting
talk
towards the
about.
end now, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, they've got a few players missing, but like I said, it's not going to be an easy game. So that's
No.
on Wednesday. Looking forward to that. I'll be watching that one on the TV, people.
So you're not.
probably
You've made
doing-
your mind up in this past couple of minutes that you're not coming.
Mate, look.
Max, I
I'll-
can get you a
I
ticket still.
Oh, scenes. I might have to go straight from work.
Yeah, why-
While I'm live on air, just so everyone knows, the situation is, actually, I could finish work earlier.
Oh,
mate.
hold
Look, I'm
up.
getting
Whoa,
excited
whoa,
now.
whoa,
The
Who's
game
getting
gang
me a
is
ticket?
back together.
Mate, I don't want to be left out of this selfie. That's the only reason I'll be coming.
Exactly.
That's the only reason I'm coming. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I don't know. I can't make decisions on the spot. I'm not that guy. You'll have to know. You'll find out eventually. But for the ones that have watched this till the end, I appreciate every single. Yeah, I'm wrapping this up now. So let's go from here.
So
Oh,
if
wait,
you've watched it towards the
one
end,
thing.
drop a hashtag oozing sauce. You know them way there, blood. I stole that from you, Max. Blood, ain't your turn this week, blood. Get me. Hashtag oozing
Wait, you
sauce
can-
if you've watched this to the end, fam. And next week is Anna and then George. You get me? Not
Alright,
your
cool.
turn today, Max.
That's decided.
I'm
That's
in 2 weeks,
decided.
don't worry.
But
Oh,
Max,
wait,
say-
very
but
quickly.
Have
Max,
to say
hey,
it.
no, but Max, make sure you tell them, innit? So, like, because they might not understand me, innit, fam?
If everyone would like to go and subscribe to Expressions, his links will be
Oozing
located
sauce
down
in the
below in the
comments below.
description.
Yeah, well, this time I want
No.
it in the video, fam, so they can click. I want my little circle so they can click it and subscribe quick. I want the editor. Who's the top editor? Secure that for me, blood.
Alright, you've got that unlocked. Anna, it's going to
Also-
be the same for you. We're not leaving you out. We're not leaving George out. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Remember, all feedback, all topics to talk about in the next episode. Leave them down below. Then we can talk for Britain because we know expressions can do that anyway.
And before we sign off, we need a name for the show, innit?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Wait. We need George, my G, fam. You know them way there. Nah. That was a great idea that you had. Go on, Anna. Say what your idea was.
No,
Go on.
fine. If you don't like it, then that's
no. We're saying we need to announce it.
Say what not.
We haven't announced it to the world.
Say your idea.
Anna, we haven't announced it.
Also ask people what they think.
It's alright. Let them name it.
Anyway,
Anna, you can't leave them like that.
Anna, come on.
No, it's alright. They'd probably come up with something better anyways.
No.
Anna, I want to hear it. I can't remember what it was.
I remember what it was. We need a name for the show, people. So, like, without waffling on, drop your suggestions below. But obviously, the one suggestion we got from Anna was Game, George, Anna, Max, and Expressed. You know them way there, fam. So that's G.
You nearly forgot your name as well.
M.E, fam. G.L. Yeah, all of that, fam. So yeah, if you like that.
So basically, the most simplest way to do that is everyone comment down the name, and the ones with the most thumbs up are the ones that we're obviously going to be able to see.
Yep.
So they'll be the easiest to obviously take forward and consider. And take
so we want to see it for next week's episode.
And we'll discuss it.
So.
Yep.
That's enough from me. Expressions has said his outro. We'll leave you guys on that. Thank you again for watching. Smash that thumbs up button, and we'll see you for episode 3. Hopefully we can win on Wednesday. Take care.
Come on,
Bye-bye
you Spurs.